The Nintendo Switch 2 is stacked with an incredible library of games, and it just keeps getting better day by day. Today, I want to share with you guys 5 of my most played Nintendo Switch 2 games of 2026 so far. I bet some of these you weren't expecting. These are the games that stood out to me the most in terms of gameplay, creativity, and just being straight up fun. If you're looking for something new to play on your Switch 2, this is a good video to start with. Let's kick things off with a game that you probably were expecting, Pokopia. Honestly, Pokopia needs no introduction. It's easily my most played and probably a lot of others' most played Switch 2 game of 2026 so far. It is a really refreshing take on the Pokemon series. It blends that classic Pokemon charm with the creativity and freedom of something like Minecraft, and even a bit of that community feel that you get from Animal Crossing. Somehow it all just works together. A big reason for that comes down to the world itself. The environments here are massive. There's always something to do. There's so much to explore, and it consistently feels like there's something new around every corner. What really makes Pokopia stand out to me though are the gameplay mechanics, especially Ditto's transformation abilities. Being able to change forms and interact with the world in different ways adds a ton of creative possibilities to how you can explore and shape the worlds around you. As you build out habitats and discover new Pokemon, there's this real sense of community growth. I love how each Pokemon feels tied to the environment that you create. It makes everything feel way more intentional and rewarding. Not to mention, the soundtrack that loops while you're exploring and building is top tier. All of that combined keeps pulling me back in. It's not just about progressing through the game, it's about being in that world, getting distracted, finding new things, and just enjoying the experience every time you jump in. Pokopia is a game that I'll be coming back to for a long time. Next up is Escape from Ever After. If you're a fan of Paper Mario style games, you're going to love this one. I've been saying it since I picked it up. This might be the best $20 that I've ever spent on a game. Not only is it a faithful homage to those classic Paper Mario games, but it's an RPG that truly delivers. It's packed with charm, a fantastic soundtrack, and these vibrant, colorful worlds, but underneath all that, there are surprisingly deep gameplay systems and really strong writing. The whole concept flips classic fairy tales on their head, but what really caught me off guard is the humor, especially the corporate humor. You're dealing with this bizarre fairy tale world wrapped in corporate structure, and it leads to some really funny, unexpected moments that I did not see coming at all. Gameplay-wise, it blends platforming, puzzle solving, and story-driven moments in a way that consistently keeps things feeling fresh. Just like the Paper Mario games, there's a rhythm to everything that feels super satisfying once you get into it. You never really know what's coming next, and that's what makes it so exciting and incredibly hard to put down. It's one of those games where you say you're only going to jump in for a few minutes, and suddenly you've been playing way longer than you planned. At number 3, we've got Yooka-Replaylee. This game has been so fun to revisit on Switch 2. A big reason that I came back to it is because of the huge performance update that I recently received. The game is smoother now at 60 frames per second, it's more responsive, and it just feels more polished overall. It is definitely worth giving a shot now if you haven't already. From the start, the charm of Yooka and Replaylee really stands out. Their personalities, the humor, the overall tone, it's just a fun, wacky world to spend time in. Gameplay is where things really shine though. The level design is super creative, with each world offering its own challenges, secrets, and surprises that keep you wanting to explore every nook and cranny. Whether you're platforming, solving puzzles, or going after the collectibles, everything just flows really well. Speaking of, there are well over 1,000 collectibles in this game, so if you're someone like me who likes to fully complete things, this game is going to keep you busy for a long time. Yooka-Replaylee is a love letter to the platformers that I grew up with, the Marios, the Banjo-Kazooies. That, in addition to the incredibly fun gameplay, is what keeps me adding to my already insane playtime. Next up, Pragmata. As a space junkie and space nerd, the second that I played through the sketchbook demo, I was sold. This has easily been one of the most unique games that I've played on Switch 2 so far. I cannot get enough of it. What really stood out to me is how it balances being cinematic while also still feeling like a game. The story takes place on a massive abandoned lunar research station, and it centers around Hugh and Diana. Diana is an AI bot who helps you in his survival mission. Their father-daughter relationship is is a big part of what makes this game work so well. I find myself engrossed in their bond as much as I do the gorgeous environments. It's one of those games where you're just rooting for them to make it out alive. Gameplay wise, Pragmata blends exploration, puzzle solving, and action in a way that feels completely different from anything else. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure how I'd feel about the hacking mechanics at first, but once it clicked, it actually adds a really fun layer to the combat. On Switch 2, performance has also been solid. Whether I'm playing docked or handheld, the game runs smoothly, and to me, that's especially impressive considering how detailed and atmospheric the environments are. I haven't finished the game just yet as of this video, but I have been loving every second so far. Pragmata is definitely a special one to experience if you haven't already. And last but not least, for my final pick, this was a tough one to decide on. It came down to Pokemon Fire Red and Hades 2. Ultimately, I did decide to go with Hades 2. I have to give credit where credit is due. My wife got me completely hooked on this one. This is her favorite series, and after spending some time with it myself, I totally get why. I've always enjoyed roguelike games, but there's just something different about Hades. The gameplay is super satisfying with strong storytelling behind it. Every run feels unique, and even when you fail, you're still making progress, unlocking new abilities, and getting a little bit better each time. What I like most though is how fast-paced it is. The combat is swift, it's fluid, and super responsive. There's a ton of variety in how you can approach each run based on your progress and your build. Hades 2 is just awesome, no matter if you're down for a long run or just jumping in for a few minutes. This is another one of those games that sneaks up on you. Before you know it, you've put in way more time than you expected. Along with these 5 games, Pokemon Fire Red, Mario Tennis Fever, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Kirby Air Riders aren't that far behind in my most played games of the year so far. All of these have been getting a ton of playtime for me as well, especially Pokemon Fire Red, which is always a fun classic to dive into on a huge display, and the challenge modes in Mario Tennis Fever. I've been having a blast trying to beat some of those. So there you have it, my friends. Those are 5 of my favorite Nintendo Switch 2 games that I have spent the most time on in 2026 so far. Every single one of these games brings something different to the table. They captured my attention like nothing else has. From relaxing exploration in Pokopia to creative storytelling in Pragmata to classic gameplay that still holds up really well in Yooka-Replaylee. This has been such a fun mix of games to play through. Now, I'm curious, what are you playing right now on your Switch 2? Drop your top games down in the comments box down below. I am always looking for some more recommendations. Well, that's all I got for today, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. As I just mentioned, let me know what you're playing right now on your Switch 2 and what your most played Switch 2 game is. Any of these on this list here, drop a comment and let me know below. And if you enjoyed this video, you know the drill. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for much more coming your way soon. Until the next one, I will catch you guys later. Peace!